What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to another Warframe video. So, still not feeling the best, but I really want to get out a video on Dante after these pseudo-exalted reworks, basically as soon as possible. Dante is so strong right now. He already was really strong, but now his Exalted book is insane. So let's go into the new Dante builds today. Before we do, make sure to sub to this channel, do daily Warframe video uploads, build videos, news videos, all that kind of stuff to replace Warframe content. And I will not be live tonight because I'm feeling sick, but I should be live tomorrow with the new Coda weapon rotations. Can we finally get a 60% basis, please? Alright, so as far as what happened with Dante, just like all the other frames that have exalted weapons, now Dante could put a Arcane on his exalted book, and additionally, some mods that didn't work on Exalted now work on Dante's book. So we can do a ton of extra buffs that we didn't have before. Additionally, you might be seeing some red crits in the background. Arcane Hotshot is actually really, really good on Dante's book. So unfortunately, for people that don't have it, I'm using maxed out Arcane Hotshot today. It provides, I think, like 90% crit chance on his book. So not too shabby. Alright, so as far as what you can go for and expect on Dante, the build I've got today is actually not even fully focused on damage. We're doing like multi-million red crit AoE heat procs, but it's not even a full damage build. I've got all casting speed shards on here, which means I'm losing like a huge chunk of potential damage. But as you can see, you pretty much don't even need it. So as far as what we got on Dante, the only issue with his book being so good is that, like, what are you going to Helminth off? And for me, it ended up being nothing. So as far as what we got on the Dante setup now, I have the exact same shards as before, all casting speed shards. You could totally go for, like, power strength or, like, secondary crit chance. You really want to focus on the book. For me, I like to go maximum casting speed Dante so you can cast your spells as quickly as possible. The reason you can't Helminth anything off on Dante is that the way that Dante's abilities work is his ulti combines his second and third ability into different types of spells. So you have the light verse for light spells, the dark verse for dark spells, and you can combine them together into like light and dark spells, technically. Since we have to keep these, because these are all essential abilities to Dante's kit, I also have his Exalted book Noctua, which is what we're using today to get the big damage. Now, as far as what you can expect out of the Noctua book, yeah, so we don't really have to worry about guns or anything like that. So if you're doing like an Elite Temple or Archimedia, you can just have Dante's book carry you. Not to mention, Dante can give Overguard to his whole team as well, so he can actually be a support and a DPS with these builds. So I can cast all my abilities. We got status damage on the enemies. We got a mini book firing off of projectiles. I just need a couple hotshot stacks. It's pretty much GG, like a 4 million damage heat DOT. Also, yeah, the primary shot of Dante does chain in nearby enemies. So we're doing multi-target, multi-million procs. As long as you can aim it properly, your mouse is actually cooperating with you. So yeah, it's that easy. I mean, I could also show you with no birds, but yeah, a casual looks like body shot. Casual body shot, 3 million damage heat proc is kind of what you can expect when they set up like this. We're also going for Archon Vitality on our build, so we can cause double heat procs whenever we cause a heat proc with our book. So we can go ahead and recast this stuff around Zeteric, and now we've snapshot the power strength of our book being even stronger. 5.8 million damage. So the numbers just keep going up and up and up. So very, very powerful, very easy to play, because again, we have 27,000 Overguard, and we have also Overguard regen on kill. So we're basically completely invincible too. Okay, so let's go over all the Dante stuff for this build. I'm not going to be dwelling on this too long because I definitely don't have the most talking energy today. So, okay, so as far as what we got on Dante, I'm not saying this is the only way to do it, but here's what I've got on my Dante build. You do not need Rolling Guard. I sometimes use Rolling Guard when I'm like reading Twitch chat. You could literally put on anything you want there, like maybe overextended even could work. You don't need power strength that badly, so that can help you have more nuke range. But either way, I have Rolling Guard in there because I like to use it. But as far as the build, growing power for power strength, Transient Fortitude, Blind Rage, and Persistent Intensify, all for power strength. Persistent Intensify only buffs Dante's ult, but Dante's ult has literally like 4 abilities tied to it, so it's pretty good. Like the status damage of the birds, the mini book, the AoE nuke, and the big Overguard chunk from Triumph all get massively buffed by Persistent Intensify. So you can put on Umbral Intensify if you prefer, but for me, I like to run this one. Archon Vitality is on here. This is going to give us double heat procs with our book. Basically gives us double damage, I guess you could call it. I mean, it's not necessarily that, but it's kind of close to that whenever we do proc heat procs. Prime Flow and Equilibrium let us have a good energy economy. We can basically cast these high-cost abilities really easily, and with my maximum casting speed, it's pretty much no issue at all. As far as new arcanes on here, we got Arcane Impetus, which gives on unique status effect from an ability, which includes your book, and Encumber Arcane, which is why we're using this. We get 6% ability strength and 3% ability efficiency per stack. It's up to 13 stacks for giving you literally more power strength than Molt Augmented and like an extra efficiency mod to boot. You can refresh all the stacks by causing one proc, so it's very, very easy to maintain on Dante with Encumber. And the one that you probably don't have yet, hopefully you get it soon, is going to be Arcane Hotshot. Gains 6% crit chance per heat proc you inflict with a weapon, up to 50 stacks. So 300% crit chance for the Noctua book. It has 30% crit chance base, so it's like almost an entire extra crit tier. And Prime Continuity, because you don't have to recast stuff too often. With that build, we pretty much don't drain energy at all. And we have Equilibrium to maintain it as well. Okay, for the book, now there's multiple ways you can run the book. If you want to go full red crits, I'd recommend that you go for like a high initial combo build on like the Fear Axe or something with Crescendo and Outburst. But for right now, this is more of an all-rounder build. We've got Encumber. So as far as what the build has, new things you can add Elementalist to this now to have even higher DOTs, which does work on heat procs or double heat procs. But yeah, big stuff here is going to be secondary Encumber on status effect, a chance to proc another random status effect. So with Impetus, we could get all of our stuff maxed out pretty easily. Also, Jahu Conticle. Killing enemy reduces the armor and shields of other enemies within affinity range by 5%. So per kill, 5% armor strip in a big AoE. For the rest of the build, crit mods, multi-shot, damage, and basically double heat proc mods, because heat proc mods scale off of themselves. So I could technically go on a Bane mod here for even more damage, but you know, the thing is, you're not always fighting against Grineer, you're not always fighting against the Corpus, so putting those Bane mods on there gives you a lot more damage, but also makes it where you have to remember to change your build in between missions. And for this build, you don't really need to remember to change it. So great stuff there. As far as some other builds, got another one right here, which is a little bit different, but I think I was going to make that electric build. Also some proc builds, too, for the mini book. You could proc Viral, you could proc Corrosive, you could proc whatever you need to with the mini book. And those mini books will help your teammates, too. Okay, so going ahead and showing how this works now. We can use the alt fire of the book to cause like basically an Arc of Plasma shot with good damage. The Offensive should buff your fire rate, too. Let's go ahead and not even cast any birds this time. So get some procs to stack it up. See, we got 27 heat procs for Hot Shot now. We've also got 10 procs for Impetus. So if we recast our stuff, it should be a little bit stronger. There's your Arc of Plasma shot. It can wipe enemies out really nicely. Of course, if you need to see red crits, if the red crits are what you desire, you could definitely run Outburst for red crits. I think it will give you up to 220% crit chance and crit damage for your Noctua, and it has 30% base, so not too shabby. It's basically having a second copy of Hot Shot. Now, even with yellow crits, though, you can take care of these guys really, really easily. If those guys were actually alive long enough to see the DOT, right? So we're hitting like for over 1 million on like a normal hit, and then the DOTs are multi-million afterwards. So yeah, Dante's pretty good right now, I'd say. Just a little bit. He's pretty decent. Let's go ahead and throw on Outburst. We can show some more of those red crits in case you are interested in that. Keep in mind, though, this will not work as well with Impetus. You could throw on like Augmented or Avenger if you prefer that. We're only getting like 1 proc now. But yeah, we have the Fear Axe Wraith, so we have 82 initial combo. It should give us a nice little chunk of extra initial combo from that. Okay, so we swap to our Noctua, and we have 100% crit chance and crit damage, it looks like, which is pretty decent. We stack up a Hot Shot, and should be mostly red crits, I hope. So you can definitely do stuff like this on Dante. Of course, it is the entire Impetus synergy just got thrown out the window when we just equipped Hot Shot, but at the same time, or when we equipped the Outburst, at the same time, you know, there's multiple ways to do it. Like, I like this for sure, but I would be lying to you if I said it was annoying to have to re-proc Outburst so often. So like, Outburst just ran out, I have to re-proc this, wait for it to stack back up, then activate it again to get that. And not to mention, it's not even maxed out. So if I want to max up my crit shits, I need to do some finishers with the Fear Axe first to get that. So it's totally doable. You can even use the ceramic dagger instead if you prefer. Oh yeah, we did test this yesterday. Amalgam Pure Axe body count does still work on these Exalted pistols, so it is kind of worth running. It's only 45% fire rate to be fair, but yeah, it is technically worth running still. So that's basically my Dante refresh, guys. Dante is seriously good right now. And yeah, the book shreds. Oh, you have no limit on tome mods either, but I felt like only the one tome mods you could technically throw on, like, you know, increased power strength or duration or whatever if you wanted. But yeah, for me, the way Dante is right now is extremely nice. So I'd say if you don't have a build with no Helminth on Dante, I'd recommend you set one up. Because this is nice, like, honestly, for Elite Temple Archimedia, not only was Dante already a god there, because he could give everyone Overguard and, like, AoE nuke with his Dark Verse, but now he has an extremely reliable, powerful pistol that can hit multi-million damage with relative ease. So yeah, if you don't have Arcane Hotshot, you could still run this build. The build is still going to be really good, but you probably want to run like Molt Augmented or something like that instead, just because, you know, 6% power strength with it. So let's say you had this, you had Impetus, like a build similar to this, the exact same tome build, but no Arcane Hotshot. You could still run Impetus and an Augmented. You have 120% increased power strength between those two. That's pretty good. Of course, it would not be as many crits, but it's not all about crits. It's, you know, a big power strength chunk would help all your abilities really nicely too. So let me know how you guys feel about Dante in the comments down below. I will see you probably tomorrow on stream. Of course, there'll be another video tomorrow for sure too. So you guys have a great night. Take it easy. Peace. Dante OP.